I think we are a week away from our next big announcement.
We've already had too many big announcements.
This time next week, we're here next week. Big announcement time.
No, what could this possibly be? I don't even know what this is.
Look, just hide and watch. Be here next week and you will find out.
Here's the announcement right now. Talking Stories ending. That's the announcement.
Welcome back, everybody. My name is John Minton, and that right there is my literary wingman, a big fat liar, because it's not ending. Talking Story is not ending, but he is the best producer on BookTube. That is not a lie. Scion to the Talking Story throne. Right there. The child of happiness. The one son.
The child of happiness. I thought you forgot about that one. It's too many titles. I hope that Big Fat Liar sticks, though. I like that
one. Of all the ones, that could be the one that sticks.
That's my favorite one, yeah.
Are you excited? Because look, this time next week, I think we have a big announcement.
I have no... Am I allowed to ask what it is? I don't know what it is.
Well, you can ask, but it's not in stone. When it's in stone, I will announce it.
Do I know what it is and I'm just forgetting?
Yes. As per usual.
We'll move on then.
All right, let's move on. Hey, welcome everybody to Weekly Reader. This is the time that we're going to all slow down, take a breath, talk about some reads, talk about some stories, talk about how they hit us, what they do to our lives, how it enriches us before we launch ourselves into another week. Man, this year is like, what was that? That's your life, man.
Yeah, we're coming up on halfway through.
I'm well aware.
You're going to be doing a TBR for the halfway point pretty soon.
I crazy, right?
Yeah.
Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Yeah. So sit back, relax, enjoy some book talk with us. And I hope your week was filled with 5-star reads. And we would love to hear all about it in comments down the road. But let's get started. What is it that you read this week? I heard through the grapevine you actually finished a book.
I finished a book. I finished a book way later than I was supposed to, though. So,
but it is finished.
I was expecting to finish Piranesi by Tuesday, and when we were having our stream Thursday night, people were making fun of me because I was listening to it on the drive over and still had not finished it. But
that sounds right.
I have now finished Susanna Clarke's Piranesi. Oh my God, that book is beautiful. That's amazing.
Right?
I was excited by what you said about it, that like, oh man, when you get to the ending, and for those that don't know, Piranesi,
how did that ending hit? Like, how did
I told you that what I wanted, it was, I've been craving a book that when you close the book, you just sit there in silence for 10 minutes and just process what you read. That's exactly how the ending hit me. It was so beautiful on so many levels. That for those that don't know, Piranesi is a person who lives in a kind of otherworldly house where tides rise and lower. It can be a little dangerous at times. He's done the mathematical equations to keep track of the tides and know that when he can come and go in certain halls, and he just explores the house. It's just this other world full of nature that he doesn't know how or why he's there. He only knows that he meets this other person.
Is like a world.
Yeah,
like
it is a massive, massive house. You cannot possibly explore the whole house, and it's filled with these statues that may or may not mean something. I'll just leave it there. And the ending, no spoilers, obviously, but it was just so poignant about being okay with what you have.
And who you are.
And finding solace in that, and crafting your own identity and being okay with it not being what you expected or necessarily even what you need it to be at the moment, but just it simply is. And in addition to that, there's this other layer of like conservationism of the world around us, and no matter what world you're in, you can find beauty in it.
Absolutely.
And that alone is worth fighting for.
And no matter what position or where you are in a life's journey at that moment, you can find beauty.
Yes, absolutely. Such a beautiful book. It might be up there for like book of the year for me. I know it'll be book of the month.
Let me ask you.
Yeah.
Is she up there with Emily St. John Mandel? Is
Yes.
Susanna Clark?
Yes.
Yeah. I knew it, dude. I knew it.
I think I might like Emily St. John Mandel a little more, but
well, you've read more than one book of hers.
Exactly. Yeah. I haven't read Strange and Normal yet.
Yeah.
Which is quite longer, so I'll probably have to wait a while for that one.
But you know what? I'm sure there's audio. I'm sure you could.
There's a way. Yeah. It probably won't be till next year, but there's a way. It'll happen.
I would highly recommend it for you. I think it would. I think you would really love it.
Yes. So then I had a bit of a debate of what I was going to pick up next, whether that was One Piece or a lot of people.
Wait. Before we go on.
Oh, all right.
That book is ready to return to me now.
No. This book lives here.
Yes. No, you're done with it.
No. Much like the new identity that has been crafted to live in this beautiful world, it's comfortable right here. It doesn't need to go anywhere.
It needs to return. It needs to return.
No. See, you obviously didn't read the end of the book. There's no returning needed.
Oh my God. We're going to have to talk. All right.
So there was a debate whether I should just blaze through One Piece through the end of the month, or I should pick up Boy's Life, which you so kindly gave me your first printing of, which is signed, I believe, as well.
Actually, yes, it is. It's a signed first edition.
Very kind of you to give that to me. What were you going to say?
That one is a gift. I would love for that to be on your shelf.
All the One Piece I have to give back to you.
And Piranesi.
Very important thing that I forgot, which I told you I didn't forget, but I did totally forget. You and I are doing a read through together.
We are.
Of Cornell Woolrich's Phantom Lady. So I started that.
And how far are you in?
I'm like coming up on I was going to say quarter of the way through, but it's more like an eighth of the way through. It's really just the inciting incident that's happened. I'm really digging it. I was having a bit of a hard time with the language at first because noir has never really been my thing. But as we learned a couple weeks ago that one of Cornell Woolrich's books was adapted into Rear Window, the Hitchcock movie, which is my favorite Hitchcock movie. And that got me really excited about it. And now that we've gotten over the hump of the inciting incident, I can't wait to get back to this book. I'm so excited by it.
I cannot wait for us to talk about that with Book Club with the Boy.
Book Club with the Boy, which I think will be coming out on Friday.
That is the plan.
That is the plan. I will have it done by Friday. This was all one day that I
it reads pretty quickly.
It reads pretty quick and it's not long. I think it's pretty much to the page the same length as Piranesi. So we should we'll be fine.
We should be good. We should be good. So that anything else or
that is everything I got. I mean, when I finish this, inevitably before the end of this week, I'll have to decide. I'll probably just go through One Piece. I don't have enough time to do Boy's Life because I got to pick up Ships of Marier at the beginning of June. So,
I know you have a TBR and you want to stick to it. So I will respect that.
I do.
Even though it would be a lovely Father's Day gift for you to read.
Yeah, next Father's Day.
Yeah, well, we'll just put off celebrating your father for another year.
I thought you were going to say, I hope I make it to the next one. I was going to get really
I'm not
sad.
even going to say that. I wouldn't even go that far. That's a little dark. Just real quick for anyone that missed.
Yeah.
We did launch our book that we wrote together with your mother, J.A.J. Jakob, Amy, John, Minton, Discovery, Book 1 in the Strange Eon series. Just so many thank yous to give. It's
oh man, I mean,
such
I'll
an amazing
save
journey.
The thank yous to all the people that helped us get the book out because we did a lot of that during the stream that we did last week. But
we did have a big launch party stream.
Yes,
that we thanked so many people. There are so many more to thank that we're not. They don't give us enough little squares on the screen to thank anywhere near all the people that we needed to thank.
StreamYard does not let us thank everybody. But for now, I will say thank you everybody that has bought the paperback, has bought the ebook, is reading it on Kindle Unlimited, has posted reviews on Amazon, reviews on Goodreads, reviews on the Storygraph. Like all of those things are.
Or hit us up in Discord.
Or hit us up in Discord and say they like it. Or send an email to Tutor Ramble and tell them to forward it to us about how much they like it. Shout out to Austin. Not Austin from Tutor Ramble, a different Austin. But yeah.
All avenues are open there.
But thanks, everybody. It's been such a blast and so humbling to see that everyone's enjoying it. It makes me so happy.
What a great journey. Yeah. And we're starting to get back into some creative moments for book 2, which is really so much fun.
Yeah.
It's so much fun to be back at that area. So we're having a great time. But everyone, I mean, Instagram, we're just seeing so many stories about folks trying it out, and Twitter and our Discord. Oh my gosh, try that. I mean,
if you feel like you want to talk about the book and you don't know where, we have a whole channel dedicated to it on our Discord that people can talk about.
Oh, and it's hopping, man.
People got things to say.
Yeah.
People got a lot of hate for Oliver Doss, it seems.
I don't know. I don't know about that. Just a quick break in the action to thank all of our correspondents, directors, and producers on Patreon. These people keep the lights on. They make decisions for us because we don't know what we're doing. We're not great at making the decisions around here. The decisions all the way from what I'm going to read next, what the book club of the month Patreon pick is going to be, but all the way up to video ideas and what we're going to do here on the channel coming up for you. If you're interested or you want to find out how you can be a part of this, right down there in the description box, click the Patreon link. It's got all the answers for you. And once again, thank you to all of these fine people that are helping us build the channel, our correspondents, directors, and producers. Thank goodness they're here to keep us rolling.
Thank Discovery for them.
Oh, wow. I'm telling you, we need way more squares to thank each and every one of them. Okay, absolutely. So let's get into what I read this week. You ready?
Okay. All 27 books. Let's hear it.
I think, no. I think the first one I pull out here, you're going to go, ooh, I can't wait.
Is it a Janny Warts book? I'm going to get really crazy
no.
FOMO.
It's a Christopher Ruocchio book.
Come on, man.
Ashes of a Man by Christopher Ruocchio. I finished this week, and oh man, look, I have to, let me just say this. And I haven't sat and angsted over the piece of paper and scratched it out over and over and over again, but just going off the top of my head at this point,
yeah,
I'm pretty sure my all-time list of sci-fi, there's only 2 things ahead of this series now.
Wow, really?
I'm pretty sure Dune and Hyperion Cantos would be the only things that I could put ahead of this.
Dude, that is crazy company to be in.
And I look, I have been waiting, Kingdoms of Death, my favorite.
Yes.
Because I've been waiting for someone to tell Hadrian Marlowe, okay, your bill is due, sir. You're going to have to pay up a little bit for this journey you've been taking as the chosen one through these books. And it came due. And I was, oh boy, did it come due. And I was so on board for it. Let me tell you, the tab just keeps on coming. The hits just keep on coming for Hadrian at this point. But let me tell you what blew me away with this one is Christopher Ruocchio is, I feel at this point, operating so far above his years of experience on this world, on any world, in life. Because at this point, we've got Hadrian Marlowe to a point of his life, a long life, where he is a more fully realized adult from all of his past experiences. He's a little bit world weary. He's a little bit tired. These bills that have come due for him make him see the world a little bit, or a lot differently. The way he carries this weight, the way he carries this grief, the way he carries this guilt, the way he carries all types of things that we all find ourselves carrying day to day through this journey we call life on this planet that we share with each other. We're starting to see Hadrian Marlowe shoulder that burden. And what does that mean? Maybe his reflexes aren't as quick. Maybe he's not maybe he doesn't quite think of himself in the terms of the unbeatable hero as he did when he was younger. Maybe he would just love a little bit of quiet at this point somewhere. And as a person that has had a bit of a longer life than the writer of this series, Christopher Ruocchio, has, every single bit of it hit me as true and real and cathartic. And it was just, I just love to watch this character where we started from this young idealist running from his existence and his family to try and change this galactic empire around himself. We've gotten from there to somebody now that I can completely identify with in a bit of a world-weary, different way, looking back over your past and the journey that you've had. And how that impacts your decisions, and how that impacts the way you see your life, and you see your friends, and you see your family, and you see your duty, and you see your personal honor. All these things that this series is dealing with. And you feel the weight of your own story. These myths and these legends that have popped up because of the things he's done in his youth, in his past, that people have seen and propagated the story around. The weight he has to carry of just his own gravitas and story as a person moving through this empire is quite the weight to carry. And that gets portrayed. None of it is left unportrayed. And as I said, the tab is not fully paid. The bills just keep coming the way life demands and extracts. And I just had such an amazing time with this one. It is so truly at its core a character journey, and the look at this character, this chosen one in this grand science fantasy, in a very different way than it's normally done. He has to, it's kudos to Christopher Ruocchio. Kudos to Christopher Ruocchio. And where this ends up, I love where this ends up because I've got one novella and then one more book.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. You're very close.
Until I'm ready for November. So where this ends up is it's almost like, not almost, I would say we're moving into yet again another completely reimagined and redefined world and scenario that Hadrian Marlowe is going to have to navigate. So it just leaves you wanting more. It's profound. It's beautiful. It's gut-wrenching. It's heart-rending. It's real. It's fantastical. It's bombastic. It's operatic. And in all of that grandness of the story, you never lose sight of the seeds of the reality of this character journey. So it hits in such a beautiful way. Just, like I say, I can think of maybe two things that I would have to put ahead of it at this point.
Such a talent, man. It's really amazing at what he does.
Yeah. And you know, love me some horror elements, and we got them. Oh, good stuff, man.
Stop teasing me. This is...
Dude, you're going to love... I'm telling you, when you get to Kingdoms of Death...
Yeah.
Because where are you at? You just finished Howling Dark, right?
I just finished Howling Dark, so in July I'm picking up Demon in White. So
Demon in White... A lot of people's favorite, but I'm saying when you get to Kingdom of Death and Ashes of Man, I know you're going to go... All right, this is just clear the decks. This is some of the best stuff out that I've had.
I know I will. I'm afraid of it. And so directly after that, August is when I pick up Kingdoms of Death.
Yeah. So you'll be, wow, man, that's coming up.
Coming up, man. We're close.
That is coming up. So then, a little bit of a palate cleanser.
There you go. How was it?
Volume 17 of One Piece. This did wrap up Drum Island. This did firmly establish Chopper as one of my all-time favorites. I don't care. Come for me. I don't care if I don't know if he's a fan favorite or not, but he's my favorite. It was so much fun. This is just so much fun. This is so, and I've talked about this before when we have the whole crew together. And now that I've finished Volume 17, it'll be time to get this whole crew together again for our next discussion. But the different pacing of this, these combat scenes that in an American comic might take maybe 3 to 4 to 5 pages, will just almost an entire chapter, 2 or 3 chapters of these huge moments in this drawn out battle scene of what we get to. It's paced different, but in that different pacing, you get these amazing character moments, and you get these slowdown moments during the battle that mean so much, and then you get these grand, these big action set piece moments at the same time within the same battle, and it's just that juxtaposition of the different things, the humor and the fun, and then the real themes. I mean, we're looking here at like healthcare, is it a privilege or a right? Revolution. What does a government owe its people? What makes a real leader? How do you mold that? How will they behave? Juxtaposed with someone that is not great at it or just leading from the position of enriching themselves. There's so much as far as deep themes. Family, what does it mean? Dreams, where do they come from? How do they get realized? What do you need to realize them? Remembrance of those past that made a definite impact on who you are and who you will become long after they may not be around you. There's so much going into this of just the human experience, not just the fun. It's really something, man. It's really something. It still trips me up a little bit because it's a medium I'm not quite adept at defining for myself sometimes when I'm reading. Like sometimes I really find myself looking at especially during some of these battle scenes, looking at some of these panels for a long time, trying to figure out exactly what, because it's so different from the American comics that I'm used to, as far as perspective and where they're placing the camera and how they're using the ideas of movement and frenetic activity. And I find myself having to look at some of these, especially in the battle scenes, like, for a long time to try and quite interpret exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm getting a little better as I go along, but it's very, very different. But I'm enjoying it because of that.
Interesting. Okay.
Because it does make me slow down. When I read an American comic, I can
you blaze right through it.
I have a shorthand that I have complete understanding of it from a lifetime. This honestly does cause me or make me slow down often, just for facial expressions, just for how they're putting a panel together and where they're placing that camera and that perspective, and everything that's going on is so vastly different.
Yeah, a lot of warped perspective, a lot of stylized motion.
Yes. Yeah.
Interesting. I'm glad you enjoyed that. That's kind of one of the things that I thought going into manga or anime you would have a hard time with.
I'm not saying it's easy. It is kind of.
But I'm glad that you're enjoying it. Like it's not putting you off.
At the ground level, at the base, you definitely see it's worth the slowdown. There's something here so profound and deep that it's worth you working a bit harder and slowing down.
Yeah.
So I cannot wait to get together and talk with my crew. Now that I've finished volume 17 and we wrapped up Drum Island, moving on to Arabasta, I believe. Still not wrapped up with the Baroque works, but wrapped up with Drum Island.
Sweet. That'll be a fun talk.
Yeah. Oh, I cannot wait. Best crew ever. And then I know we got book club with the boys, so I did pick up my copy of Phantom.
How far
Lady,
are you? I bet you're further than me.
By Cornell Woolrich. By tonight, I should be.
Oh, good Lord, you're halfway done.
I should leave. My goal is to leave myself 100 pages to read tomorrow, so I finish it tomorrow.
Okay, then yeah, you'll finish way before me, but we'll be all right.
That's the goal, because after that, I have to pick up South of Broad by Pat Conroy, which is the Patreon book club pick. So I've got to get this read, so I'm ready to talk with everyone when we have our book club call, our book club meeting. And I cannot wait to get into some deep human drama here with Pat Conroy. I'm excited about this. A little bit, it'd be a definite breath of fresh air, definite different take, different flavor than what I have been used to. Just the way this is.
Really? Had you not read this
Oh
one
my-
before? I know you've read Cornell Woolrich.
I've read Cornell Woolrich, and I like noir quite a bit. For me, the star of this is the style. It is the style of the language and how provocative it is, and what when you start visualizing what it brings to the palette of your brain when you start visualizing this provocative language. The style is the star here. Do we get really deep with characters? No. Do we get into what's happened to them, how they're trying to worm their way out of what's happened to them and all that? Yes. The plot is getting thicker and thicker as you go.
Yes.
More and more pitfalls, more and more pratfalls, more and more things that they fall into, traps that they fall into as they move forward. But I just want to read a little bit of Cornell Woolrich to give everybody an idea of the definitive noir style that he had a hand in creating.
Please do.
This is chapter 1. The 150th day before the execution. 6 p.m. That tells you a lot right there, right? The night was young and so was he. But the night was sweet and he was sour. You could see it coming from yards away, that sullen look on his face. It was one of those sustained angers, pent up but smoldering, that last for hours sometimes. It was a shame, too, because it was all out of tune with everything around him. It was the one jarring note in the whole scene. It was an evening in May at the get-together hour, the hour when half the town under 30 has slicked back its hair and given its billfold a refill and sauntered jauntily forth to keep that date. And the other half of the town, still under 30, has powdered its nose and put on something special and tripped blithely forth to keep that same date. Everywhere you looked, the two halves of the town were getting together, on every corner, in every restaurant and bar, outside drugstores and inside hotel lobbies, and under jewelry store clocks. And darn near every place there was that somebody else hadn't beat them to first. You immediately know exactly where you are.
Here's what I like about the way that he sets a scene. I like that, almost as you said, that there's not a lot of deep character work going on here. Very descriptive, purposeful things about people, like physically and, things that they're wearing that kind of play into investigation and, things to keep track of. Very fun way to write and read a book. But the way that he sets a scene is so descriptive and yet not cinematic. That you almost have a bird's eye view of what an entire street corner looks like, rather than being up close and in it with a camera and looking at certain things, so that you almost get to inhabit the world and move that camera yourself. I love that type of reading. It gives you
the feeling of voyeurism,
yes,
which I think is very important to the noir sensibility. You feel the voyeurism of looking in on these seedy happenings that are about to commence.
Yes. And then he gets to play with that later. Like inciting incident's not really a spoiler, but you get to play with that later when you also deprive the reader of that.
Yes.
That when you tell them, you can't look at this yet. I'm going to hold it. I'm going to hold it. And you're like, but I'm there. I have my camera. Why can't I see it? And it's tantalizing. It's fantastic. He's very good at what he does. He is
absolutely very good at what he does, and I'm blowing through it because I'm having just a great time. Sometimes it's wonderful to just, again, it's that amazing buffet feel. Sometimes it's just wonderful to, oh man, I came in expecting to have one of my favorite, but this looks so good. I got to try something different, and that's why I end up with that tray so dang overloaded. This is just so fun. It's such a different flavor. It's such a different style. Again, the style is the star for me here. And I'm just having a great break from the rest of my reads. And I expect to continue that with Pat Conroy to be something entirely different from what I generally normally pick up. So these two reads I got going right now, back to back, really looking forward to clearing the decks blowing some cobwebs out of the old noggin, get a little bit of a different flavor.
We'll have an interesting week. That'll be a fun one.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm going to have an interesting week on the channel.
Good segue. I liked it. Well done.
Did you like that?
That was very good. What do we have coming? I have no idea.
This is what we're doing on Wednesday. As you brought up earlier, we're halfway through the year. I mean, pretty much, man, this year is half over.
Yeah, very close.
And when I start the year, I think I've got so much. I can do so many things. I can grab from so many series. I can get so many things started. It's a new year. It's half over. I want to take some time and focus on, here's some of the series that I want to give a lot of focus to for the second half of the year. I want to make sure I get back to these series, at least pick up at one more book before the year is over in these series for 2025. So I know your TBR is set.
Yes. Yeah.
Mine kind of fluctuates here or there. So I kind of want to just spend a little bit of time and pile up some things and go, no matter what, getting back to this, at least one more book before the end of the year.
Yeah. I mean, if I wanted to participate, I could maybe do 3 or 4 things that, like, as soon as the year is over, I gotta pick these up because I've been waiting, you know.
Well, I mean that'll
bleeds
be
into
like
2026 though. So
yeah, that's yeah. So maybe you can just
watch. I'll sit here and watch.
Maybe you can just egg me on and say yes, get back to that, or
I'll cheer from the sidelines.
Yeah, because I need cheering. I need a lot of cheering.
You have enough. That's what people in comments are for. I don't really partake in that.
Well, it's your job. So, okay. And then, I don't know if this is live or pre-recorded, but we're going to sit down with the amazing P.L. Stewart.
Yes. I can't wait.
Yes. Me, you, Mom, we're going to talk all things Discovery. P.L. was so lovely to read it early and give us an amazing review, talk his thoughts. And
this is on PL's channel, not our channel.
Yes. This will be, so we'll make sure word gets out if it's recorded or live or what. We'll do whatever we can to get the word out. But that's going to be happening this week. So we can't wait for that. And then come Friday, you better be done.
I think I will. I'm pretty sure I will.
Because we got book club with the boy, Cornell Woolrich. You lost the bet. That's why we had to add this in there.
I know. I didn't want to bring it up because I hope you forgot that I wasn't going to be embarrassed.
No, I did not forget.
Yeah.
You lost the bet, and you also lost the last bet where you had to get me a t-shirt.
I bought your t-shirt.
Well, we'll go over all that for the next one.
Okay.
Let's hold on to that.
Because
there's a whole story there.
It did go horribly awry.
It went horribly wrong.
We'll save that for later.
Okay. All right. But yeah, you're not on a hot streak, man. You're losing bets left and right.
I gotta stop making bets, I think is what I'm
That's
learning.
That's what it is. I think that's it for us as far as reading goes, right?
I think it is. What have you been watching?
Okay. I'm caught up with the studio. Are you caught up?
No.
Oh, you gotta catch up, dude.
But I can't wait to tell you what I've been watching. You gotta go first.
Studio, the finale is this coming week.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. And they brought back Bryan Cranston. That's all I need to say.
Oh, okay. Now I gotta catch up because I love Bryan Cranston. Oh,
it's so good. It's so good in a painful way to watch. And I finished Bosch Legacy, which was the final season. I thought they did a really great job of not only wrapping up so many things from the previous seasons that they had little plot threads left dangling, but they injected some new things. So they wrapped them up. They wrapped up all that stuff. It was a very nice series finale. I really enjoyed it. I thought it went out on a high point. Not my favorite season of all time for Bosch, but I did enjoy it. I thought they did a great job of wrapping it up. And I am not caught up with Last of Us. I'm behind one episode.
Really? Okay.
Which I hope to watch tonight because the new one comes out tonight. So I don't want to be too behind. So I hope to watch that tonight.
It was good. You'll like it.
Yeah. So that's it for me. We had a lot going on. I didn't have a lot of watch time because we had Man, it was a busy week.
It was a very busy week. Yeah. Well, yeah. I did catch up on Last of Us. I won't say anything because you haven't watched it. I think you'll like it.
Yeah.
You'll enjoy it. I wrapped up The Crown. I'm done with The Crown.
That was record time, man.
Dude.
You went through that so fast.
That's got to be up there for like in the list of greatest finales I've ever seen. It was
really.
Oh man, just it's so interesting to see how they can draw such emotion and purpose and story out of like real life circumstance. And especially for like ending a show where their main character is the queen, who at the point of shooting that show had not even died yet. And that they were able to pull an ending together that was so beautiful and purposeful. It was brilliant. And I would tell you to watch it as quickly as you can, if not for this other show that I started and binged a lot.
Okay. Oh, I can't wait to hear what this is. Because now that Bosch is over, dude, I'm kind of...
This is the show. I'm telling you right now.
Okay. All right.
I finished season 1 of The White Lotus.
Oh, I don't know, dude.
No, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I know you. You got to watch this show. It's really? It is hilarious. I'll name one person and it'll make you watch this show. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Steve Zahn.
I do love me some Steve Zahn.
He's the best.
He's a national treasure, but I could go back and finish the season of Silo and get me some Steve Zahn. No. I don't know about White Lotus, man. I don't know.
I'm telling you, you will love this show.
I don't know, man.
Do you know what the show's about?
I have no idea.
I didn't either. It was great to go in blind, but I'll tell you, it is a it is a very high-end resort in Hawaii called the White Lotus. And the story follows several different people that are vacationing at the resort.
Okay, just stop already, because I'm thinking I understand why you love this show so much. Because when you were a wee lad, you watched Dunstan Checks In 8,537 times.
But it has nothing to do with that.
An adult Dunstan Checks In.
No, this is like the first season, I think, is only 6 episodes. It is 6 hours of watch everything go horribly wrong for wealthy people. And it's fantastic.
All right. I don't know, man. I just don't. It's just one of those I never thought it would be for me.
I didn't either. But it is absolutely for you. You gotta watch it.
Okay. I'll take your word for it. Again, everyone, thank you so much for such an amazing launch. Great, amazing. Thank everyone.
Yeah.
For giving it a try. Please let us know through all those channels we talked about earlier how it is for you. I hope it hits. I hope it's a 5-star read. I hope everyone out there is having 5-star reads, stress-free and wonderful weeks. Hit us up in comments. Let us know what you're reading. Let us know how it's hitting you. We love comments. We're going to answer each and every one of them that come in as quickly as we possibly can. It's the whole reason we started the channel, is to talk back and forth with people that love the kind of books that we love. And hey, subscribe. You know what? It helps us get a little deeper out there. It helps us bring new people here to hang out with us. And every new person that comes in, that's a new beating heart. That's a new perspective. That's a new way of looking at these stories. Makes us all a little bit wealthier. And what can I say? Subscribe to this most amazing group of people. Once you join us, once you come on board here with this unbelievable group that we have found, oh my gosh, you're going to have a tingle. There's just no two ways about it. It is clear, proven, scientific fact.
I'm contractually obligated to say that is true.
He is. It was ironclad, written up by Cooter, Dewey, and Lou, our illustrious law firm of the channel. Hey, that is it for us.
It is indeed. Big week.
Big week. Big announcement next week, I'm going to say.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but sure.
Oh, it's a big one.
Are you going to remind me after this?
Yeah.
Okay. I was hoping you weren't just going to make me sit with it for a week.
No, I'm making them sit with it for a week.
How kind of you.
That's what we call a tease. if you're still here, you're book people. And in my book, that makes you the best people. Thanks so much for joining us here on Talking Story.